All right, and the last part of these notes, we're starting with the definition of cross-product property. So an equation stating that two ratios are equal is called a proportion. The first and last numbers are what's called the extremes of the proportion, and the second and third numbers are the means. So our formula, A over B equals C over D. Those are our two ratios. A and D are what's called the extremes. B and C are called the means. I know there's a homework assignment or a homework question that asks that. And we need to assume B is not equal to 0 and D is not equal to 0 because you can't divide by a 0. And so what we do to solve this problem is we do some cross multiplication. When you have proportion, you can cross multiply to solve for your unknown. So if we know that A over B equals C over D, then A times D equals B times C. Alright, so let's try out our first example of a proportion. Let's see, example 9. Alright, so example 9 says to solve the proportion for the variable 6 over x equals 5 over 4. Alright, so 6 over x equals 5 over 4. So we know our extremes are 6 and 4. Our means are x and 5. So to solve this, we're going to start by multiplying 6 times 4. And that's going to be equal to x times 5. So 6 times 4 is 24. X times 5 is just 5x. And then to solve to get x by itself, divide both sides by 5. And x is 24 over 5. Now when you're doing these problems, if you end up getting a mixed fraction like this, make sure you look at what they're asking you for. Are they asking you for an exact answer, or are they asking you for a decimal? Because otherwise you might put in one version, they want the other, and you'll end up getting something wrong that technically isn't wrong. Alright, example 10. We're going to solve the proportion 9 over 2 equals A over 14. Alright, so again, we've got our proportion here, so we're going to multiply 9 times 14 equals 2 times A. So 9 times 14 is 126. 2 times A, of course, is 2A. Divide both sides by 2. That's going to be 63. So A is 63. Number 11. Y plus 4 over 9 is equal to y over 3. Alright, so even though we've got an expression on top here, that doesn't change anything. The only thing that you need to make sure you do is that when we're multiplying, we're going to have to do some distributing. So when you do y plus 4 times 3, you're going to need to make sure you multiply everything times 3. Okay, don't just do 3y plus 4. It's actually going to be 3y plus 12. Alright, and that's going to be equal to 9 times y. Alright, so distribute. Y times 3, 3y. Y times, 3 times 4 is 12. Equals 9y. We want to get our like terms together, so let's subtract our 3y over to this side. So 12 is equal to 6y. Divide both sides by 6, and y is equal to 2. All right, our last example, we've got solve the proportion for the variable 15 over m plus 1 equals 3 over m. All right, so again, we're just going to cross multiply. Hold on, let me zoom in a little bit. Still working out the kinks on this. All right, so 15 times m, just 15m. M plus 1 times 3. So put that m plus 1 in parentheses so you don't forget to multiply everything by 3. So distribute. 3 times m is 3m. 3 times 1 is 3. Then we need to get our m's together, so let's move that 3m over. That's going to give us 12m equals 3. Alright, so then we do divide by 12 on each side to get m by itself. And that's going to be, let's see, 3 goes into 3 once, and into 12 4 times, so 1/4. And there you go. That's it. Just a reminder, we'll have office hours every day, 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. I will put links to either a Zoom or Google Meetup in Google Classroom each day. And you can also just send me a quick message and ask, hey, can we Zoom real quick and set up our own little talk if you have any one-on-one questions that you need answered. So there you go. Be back with 7.2 shortly.